I'm gonna open the curtain outside. Oh. It's kind of dark in here. Oh, I'm not sitting under a light either. Didn't know that. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, AJ. Hey, Tony. Hey, Denise. Hey, COVID. I'm going to say that wrong. Hey, on TV. How you guys doing? Hey, Wanda. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, it's still morning. I think it's like, what time? I don't know what time it is. Yes, Tanya Flowers. Hey, Andre. Man, it was so good. Hey, Eva. It was so good. It was my first time on me and Andrew. It was good. I'm just trying to figure out why I've been scared all these years. I just let, oh, it's 9:25. I don't know why I've been scared all these years. It was good. Y'all, I'm ready to go places now. Hey Denise, I told T, where can we go? Hey Miss T, I just the crazy thing is that before I got on here with you guys, I was just on the phone with my friend Juliet, and I was like, how much tickets cost to go to Vegas? I said, I want to go somewhere for Christmas. And there was so many people in the airport, and people was everywhere, and I was like, people fly every day. Where they going to? I mean, it was just people everywhere. And what I liked when we came out of Reagan in D.C., they were very adamant about wearing your mask. They were very adamant about making sure your mask is completely covered over your nose. And from what I saw, everybody was in compliance. I mean, only see people with no mask on if they were eating, because they got eating areas and stuff. If they weren't eating, everybody was in compliance. I ain't see nobody not wearing their mask. The same here when I got to Atlanta. Everybody had their mask on in the airport. I seen everybody in compliance. Wasn't nobody not doing what they supposed to be doing, and I thought that was a great thing. And see, I just took my mask down because I'm in the dining room, but I'm in here by myself. There's one other person in here, and they like way across the room somewhere. And Tia and Andrew gone back upstairs, so I just took um I just took my mask down and talked to you guys because I'm in this whole dining room by myself, besides the other person about maybe 15 tables over from me. I don't know, far away. Thank you, Miss Norris. So plans today is that we just had our free continental breakfast, which wasn't that bad. The hotel we in, it's not that bad. It's a beautiful hotel when you walk in here. The only downplay is that I would say the beds are too soft. The beds are too soft. You gotta have a little bit firmness to your bed. Lean, I'm telling you, Lean, if you were anything like me, I was terrified. Let me tell you, I am 52 years old and I just got on an airplane. I let my fear, but I told you guys, I'm not old, I'm done. We were going to do an Airbnb, but finances made it better for us to do the hotel. Let's put it like that. Finances worked out better with the hotel. So, and I'm gonna tell you, well, really, I ain't trying to put a damper on this thing, but y'all, I was scared when I booked this. But y'all know my family has been hit with a lot of tragedy in the last 3 months, and it's continued to flow. Y'all know my mom, may she rest in peace, love her dearly. I miss her every day. And then my mom's sister, and then my sister, then my aunt's daughter, and now, whew, my kid's father is passed away. And this man was just at my house 3 weeks ago. Me, him, and Andrew just took pictures. Not me, him, and Andrew. Me, him, and Jackson just took pictures together. I was trying to take a thumbnail for my video, and and he bum watched my video and jumped in my picture. And I said, "Oh my God, you messing everything up!" And so him and Jackson was hugging, taking pictures together. Then I took a couple of pictures with him, and that's the last time I saw him. And I'm just like, I was like, I can't do this no more. And so, I was scared to get on my airplane. But man, y'all, life is short. Life is so short, and I don't know what's going on. But and then in the same breath, I lost him. My uncle gonna call me and said my uncle in the hospital. He had a stroke. I took the phone down from my ear, and he was like, I said, I can't do this. This is my mother's brother. He was in a nursing home. He was at Thanksgiving with family, and he had a stroke on Friday. I took my face. I said I can't do this. I said it's too much. I said I don't know what's going on with our family. Haven't been hit with any deaths or tragedy in so many years that now it's starting to pour down on us. But and the sad thing about with my kid's father is that like the detectives who called me, the police that called me, because I'm his emergency contact and stuff. I the one that did the I was the one that did the wellness check on him because I haven't heard from him because he usually called me every morning to say good morning to me or how my day was going, and I haven't heard from him. And so I did two wellness checks on him. The first wellness check, they told me, "Oh no, everything good. Nobody came to the door," and they didn't go inside because they had probable cause. And so I got tired, and I was like, "I'm still not hearing from him." And I kept saying good morning to him, and he just wasn't never responding to my good mornings. And then, the next thing you know, his daughter, our daughter, my stepdaughter, kept saying, "Dad is not responding to me on Facebook or nothing." And I just kept telling her, I said, "Something is wrong." I kept telling her in my gut. I kept saying, "Something's wrong. Something is wrong." I said, me and your father is in a good space. We've been through a whole lot through these years. Y'all know I told you about my domestic violence and finding my worth and getting over it. But I had forgave him for all of that a long time ago. We had sat down, we had talked, we left the past in the past. And I had forgave him for everything that he took me through, but we've been broken up for 5 years. And since me and him been broken up, I have not been in a relationship. I had not been in a relationship since me and him broke up 5 years ago. And it was not because I was thinking I was getting back with him. I just wasn't never ready. And but when I did the second wellness check on him, I had to call his apartment complex. And I said, look, I explained to them who I was, why I was worried. And they was like, well, we can't confirm or deny that he lives here. And then they went and they came back, they asked me my name, and I told them my name. And so they said, well, he has you down as a mercy contact. And they was like, do you give us permission to go into his apartment? I said, I give y'all permission. I said, I haven't heard from him in 3 weeks. And I said, and this is not like him. So, and I just sat nervously because I just knew something was wrong. I just felt it in my bones. And I was talking to our daughter, and I kept telling her, I kept saying, I want to be positive. I want to think positive because too much stuff has been going wrong. But it's like this man haven't reached out to me in 3 weeks. This man was a nuisance to me because he was trying to get back with me, and I kept telling him no. I said, we've been through too much. I have found myself, and I'm in a good space right now. But I said, I could be your friend because, I've been forgave you for everything that you had done to me. And so I knew we was in a good space. So that's why I knew that with him not responding to my good mornings and not calling me the way he do every morning, I knew something in my gut, something is wrong because this is not him. Because he bugged me every day. He was bugging me so much that when I saw his number, sometimes I used to like don't even answer it. I'd be like, oh my God, what he want today, and and don't even answer it. And so that's why I knew when I was trying to say good morning to him, something was wrong. Y'all, he passed away on our last phone conversation was on November the 9th. Y'all gotta, people, check up on your loved ones. I'm saying this, and I know this business is not for everybody. If y'all know people that live by themselves, if you don't hear from them in 2 or 3 days, in 3 days, a week max, check up on your loved ones. My kid's dad, this man was once the love of my life. He was once the love of my life. We've been through it all, and I had to end up leaving this relationship because it was too toxic, too domestic, and it was just too much. But I loved this man once upon a time, and he was my everything, and he gave me my 3 beautiful children. And check up on your loved ones. This man was deceased in his apartment for 3 weeks because he lived by himself. He wasn't in a relationship, and he was deceased in his apartment for 3 weeks. If it wasn't for me, I did 2 welfare checks. The first one, the first one, the first one, the police didn't go inside because they said they didn't have probable cause. He was already past it that time. And then a week later, I got tired. I got tired of him not answering my phone. And then my gut just kept saying, Tanya, it's something wrong. It's something wrong. And so I finally got in touch with his rental office. And oh my God, I knew it. I couldn't even cry when the detectives, and I got on the phone when the detectives called me back and asked me my information, and I wasn't expecting them to tell me that he was deceased. Yeah, 3 weeks this man was in his apartment dead. 3 weeks dead in an apartment, y'all. Y'all, if y'all know anybody that live by themselves, check on them, reach out to them. I don't care how if you don't like them, if you don't care for them, if things ain't right. But if you normally hear from somebody on a steady basis, check on them, check on them. And that's what I was doing. I was checking, but I just couldn't get through. And I did a welfare check the first time, and the police wasn't even helpful. They was like, oh, we not gonna do it. Ain't nobody comes to the door. Everything look good. And I was like, okay, they say everything look good. But the whole time this man was in his apartment, deceased. And it's just like, and the thing about it is that, the thing about it is that I'm not his wife. He didn't have a wife. So our children are now responsible for everything. Our daughter, I would say his daughter, but that's my daughter, that's my baby. She's up here. She's at Brandon's house now. I just got the phone with her and her husband. So our children are now responsible for everything. They have to go clean the body. They have to do the whole funeral thing. They have to do everything. But they're not doing it by themselves. I'm right here. I told them, call me when y'all get to the morgue and do this and do that. There is so much that got to be done, and I couldn't cancel my trip. And at this point, I didn't want to cancel my trip because I was overwhelmed. I'm still grieving from my mom's, from my little cousin, and now my kid's father, and now my uncle in the hospital from having a stroke. And I was like, I can't do this. I said, I gotta go on my trip, if not just for my sanity. My children, Jackson is the youngest one. He's 17, and Brandon is 30, Joshua 27, our daughter is 31, and they gotta handle it till I get back. So they're all together, and they all at Brandon house. They were all at my house last night, and I talked to them on FaceTime, and they just look so happy. But I hate when tragedy have to bring everybody together. They haven't seen their sister in 9 years, and she lived right in North Carolina. And they look so happy together. And she was crying. She said, I wish you was here. And I said, I wish I was there with you guys too. But no, not the one that stayed with Tutu. This is my uncle, my mother's brother. He's in a nursing home, Maya Star. No, he in a nursing home. And it's just, whew. I said, y'all, we got one life to live. Go live y'all life, y'all. Because today is not promised, tomorrow is not promised. Check in on your loved ones, make sure that they're okay. Because as much as I've been through with this man, I would never want to see him gone off this earth. Nobody. I would never want to see anybody gone off this earth. I don't wish death or nothing on anyone. You know what I'm saying? I always wish people peace and joy and happiness in their life. No matter what they have done to me, no matter what we've been through, I never wish him not to be here. You know, and if I had known the last time, 3 weeks ago, that was the last time that we was going to take pictures together, or that was the last time that I was going to talk to him or see him, I don't know what I would have done different. I keep thinking, this is some true stuff, y'all, because for the last 2 months, he been trying to come home. I'm telling the truth, I'm being honest. For the last 2 months, he been trying to come home. And I kept telling him no. I was like, we can't go back. And I know you're sorry for the things that you've done. And I said, and I know I apologize to you. And I'm not apologize to you. I know I accept your apology. You know, and I was over it. And I was like, let's move on from here. But and I've been thinking all night. I really didn't get no sleep last night. I kept looking at his picture and wondering why, what happened. And then I just kept thinking to myself, if maybe if I would have let him come home, you know, maybe he'll still be alive. But I've been in such a good space these 5 years without him, and I know he was sorry for all the things he put me through these 20 something years. But I just didn't want to go back. I just didn't want to go back. I was like, and he'd been trying for 2 months, you know, calling me every day and saying, let's do this, let's do that. And I was like, no, I say, I can't. And, you know, and so now I keep thinking about what if I would let him come home? And he this heart attack, and he would have been home, and somebody would have been there. He wouldn't have been in the apartment by himself. I was thinking about that last night. I was like, maybe I should have let him come home, but I'm in such a good space. I mean, I didn't want a chance on everything going back to what it was. You know, I know he said he was better now and that he missed his family, and but I was so scared. I was so scared to do that. So I did, and so and I was just thinking that from the time the detectives called me and told me he was, you know, they were sorry to tell me this. I kept saying, what if I would have let him come home? What if I would have let him come home? You know, I think I've been thinking about that ever since he passed. I should have let him come home, but I was just like, whew. Thank you. I know everybody told me, his sister, everybody said you did the right thing. It's not your fault, but I just like it just don't feel like it, you know, cause I just like I don't know. I was like I don't know. I said you know what? I said I gotta get on this airplane. I just put everything in God's hand. I said I'm gonna get on this plane, and I'm gonna take this go visit my cousin, go take this break and everything. You know what, Miss Elena, look, I try not, deep down I know it's not my fault, and I'm trying not to feel guilty, but the what is just always there, you know. The what if would always be there. That's what I was telling his sister. I said if I would let him come home, I said I don't know, but I wasn't ready for him to come home. And even after 5 years of being apart, I was just in a good space, you know. And I didn't want to jeopardize my space, my mental, even because I was already going through a whole lot, losing family members, and you know, just one little thing may could have sparked something off, or even though him visiting me and coming to my house and you know seeing Jackson more and kept calling me, he was wooing me like it was no tomorrow. If somebody could be wooed, this man was wooing me like it was no tomorrow. But I kept saying no. I kept saying no. But now I be thinking like, Now I be thinking like, what if I would have? What if I would have? Maybe we could have saved him being there with me and the boys. Maybe we could have saved his life, or because now it look like we may have a closed casket funeral because they saying that he's unrecognizable. You think so, Debbie? So, and it's just, you know, and I was like, wow, unrecognizable. I'm like, oh my God, that and that saddened me even more when they said that because of what's it called when the body started deteriorating. That saddened me even more when they say he's unrecognizable because 3 weeks of not being discovered in a home and he lived by himself. You can imagine. Yes. So we don't even know if we're gonna be able to have an open casket funeral. It's just like I don't know. I just don't know. I know, Denise. So now, so I'm just trying to have a good time in Atlanta. Try not to try not to think about stuff, but it's hard not to think about it because like last night when you settle down for the night and you get relaxed, your brain start to wonder, and you just start reflecting on things, and you know what I'm saying. So it's hard not to think about stuff at night once I calm down. But I'm gonna be pretty good because I can't wait. I cannot wait to meet some of you guys. If you're in the ATL, go read the description box. No, not description. Go read the our community page on Soulfult Vlogs and on Soulfult channel. It gives you all the information. So somebody say try study vegan if you can. Oh, okay. I saw my full figure life was in Atlanta a week or two ago, and I saw her video for study vegan. Yeah, and so yeah, and then yeah, it's just a whole lot, but I'm gonna try to have a good time, and I can't wait to meet some of you guys. I cannot. I got a lot of people said that they gonna come, and so like I said, mask mandate. Just wear your mask, and we gonna be good. And a lot of people come out to support my cousin. My cousin sell dinners here. She been selling dinners for like 2 months, almost 3 months now. She do pop ups and stuff, and she sell dinners on the weekends. So I came down to support her, to bring her some flour, and also sweet potato pie mix, and just to support her. Um, it was good, West Coast Cali. The takeoff was excuse me, takeoff was kind of scary. And the landing was kind of scary because, like, when you was landing, it felt like your stomach dropped, like everything dropped. No, right now, since I was gonna be gone for 4 days and we sold out, I closed the website down until I got back because I didn't want people to be putting orders in and I wouldn't be able to send them out. I emptied my queue. Everybody who orders was in my queue on my online store as of Thursday when I left. The mailman picked up everything. My queue is empty. We're gonna put the flour back available on Sunday because I be home on Monday, and then as the orders come in, I'll be able to get them out. I didn't want anybody to have orders sitting in the queue and waiting while because I run my site myself, and so if I'm not there, there's nobody to run it, and I didn't want the order sitting there and people thinking their order is on the way. So I closed it down until Sunday, and we're gonna open it back up Sunday night. I'll be home Monday, and then I can start sending the orders out on Tuesday because I send orders out on Tuesdays Thursdays, and Fridays. This is the thing. I mail 3 days a week: Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So I'll be back on track with sending my orders out. Yeah, the flight, it was an amazing experience. Even and I even talked about on the upcoming video on my blog this video for Saturday. I talked about being a plus size woman and catching an airplane, how accommodating it was for me. I don't know any other plus size woman experience on the plane, but me being a plus size woman and my experience the first time flying Southwest, the experience was great. The people was great. The workers was very intuitive. You know, they did their job. They had my wheelchair ready for me. You know, it was just a great experience overall. You know, I wouldn't take anything away from it. You know, I had my gum, I was ready. I didn't get the ear popping situation that everybody was talking about. I did not feel that when I took off, but I did feel it when we was about to land. It was like my ears opened, then they closed, and then they opened. So when we was landing and that drop, and when the tires hit the runway and that bounce, boop, 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 yes. But overall, it was good, and we got to Atlanta so quick. We got to Atlanta so quick. Yeah, I did. I bought some Karen. I didn't bring that many because I didn't know how much to take on the flight, you know, and 2 bags was free. So I did. I bought my cousin her 3 bags and her 1 pie mix, and I bought about 6 or 7 pie mixes, and I bought about 6 or 7 bags of flour with me in case once people taste her food, I could promote the flour and promote my website. They could buy the little bit of mixes and flours that I did buy with me. Then I could aim them, guide them towards the website if they want to order more. So if I was driving, I will, Miss Braxton. I need one each. I'll put it up just for you. If I was driving like we had planned on, I was gonna bring 20 bags of flour and I was gonna bring 20 bags of sweet potato pie mix. But since we didn't fly, I kind of cut it in half. I didn't want to bring all of that stuff on the airplane. So I said I bought enough to promote myself. My cousin gonna use it on her fried chicken, and I bought enough just to to sell that little bit and then guide them to the online site and give them the information to the online site. Oh, okay, Miss Raven. The turbulence, what this airline steward just told me that I sat in the front. You know, being in a wheelchair or handicap, you're the first person to board the airplane. So Southwest have open seating. You can sit anywhere. So I opt out to sit in the first row because the leg space was amazing. It was a whole bunch of leg space. Okay, Miss Braxton, and get the information on the community board. It was a whole bunch of leg space. I opted out to sit in the front. Good decision. I was just comfortable, got the seatbelt extender and everything.